What's up, guys? Typical Chris here. Today we're going to be doing another knife review. This is the Victorinox Outdoor Master Mic Large, I believe it's what it's called. And I've had this knife for a while now, and I'm just going to review what I think of it. And we're going to be doing some batoning, some feather sticking, some bushcrafting in general, and see what it has to offer. Now, looking at it right now, in its sheath, it has a Kydex sheath here. Very sturdy and, you know, tough. Right here on the side, we have a fire striking rod, and I'll explain to you guys what I have going on here. It's you know, my thing, but here's the knife itself in its little sheath, and let's get a closer look at that. So here's the knife yet again. Very cool with its little Kydex sheath. Fire striking rod right there. Whatnot. And taking it out of the sheath, we have the knife itself. This is the Victorinox Master Mic Large. Very cool there. I got my custom little lanyard on there. Some army green paracord, deer antler, 308 bullet casing, coyote tooth, and a rooster spur. A very, very well built knife from what we're looking at here. And let's do some bushcrafting with it. So first we're going to start off with some batoning. Yet again, here's the blade itself. Now, what steel is it? I know you guys like to hear about the steels and whatnot. This is 4116 German stainless steel. Now, I heard it's very soft too. And from experience with it already for like, I'd say 3 months, I'd say, yeah, it's a little soft. This knife was about, I think I paid around 200 for it. Pretty pricey knife, especially for the type of steel it's got going on. I'd expect more of a, let's see, like some sort of carbon steel or maybe some high-end stainless steel or something like that. But 4116, I mean, yeah, it's a little soft. So you are going to be sharpening it quite often, as you guys can see there. I got there's a couple scratches there from me trying to sharpen it. But yeah, it's pretty sharp at the moment. My dad sometimes helps me sharpen it too, since he's a chef. We're gonna do some batoning with it. It batons well. So there's one piece. Stand this one up. It's not how you use a knife. Get an axe, moron. Yeah, whatever, dude. But it's another piece of wood. So overall, batoning is pretty easy, I'd say. So what you do when you're batoning, you basically go with the grain of the wood on top, and you get another bigger stick or whatever you can find out there, and just hit the top of it. And that's how you baton. As you guys can see here, it does pretty good at splitting, I'd say, since it's I guess it's like a Scandi grind. Basically, the grind of the knife is like that, really steep like that. And as you guys can see, a lot of other knives have the edge like that, but this one has it more wider. So that's what makes it better for, I'd say, like splitting wood and whatnot. As you guys can see here, some little pieces there to carve or whatever you want to do with them. But yeah, pass the batoning test, we're on to feather sticking. So right here I have this piece of, I believe it's oak wood, and we're just gonna do a couple little feather sticking techniques with it. See if I can do that. Now it is an abrupt edge yet again, so, but as you guys can see, it's doing the job pretty well. Now I'm not making some big feather sticks here, since this is a bit of a harder wood. But if you guys like to use your knives aggressively, there's chopping too. Just pretty good at that. Yet again, it's an outdoor knife. It's a fixed blade. I do love me some fixed blades because of that same reason, that you could just beat the crap out of them and they won't break whatsoever. especially with this steel too. So stainless steel, I guess it's from it being soft too, it's got good qualities too. Just pretty good at carving, I'd say. If you want to chop sticks with it, there you go, you could do that. Oh dude, you're beating the crap out of your knife. That's a nice ass, you know, I don't give a shit. So what does this sheath have to offer? So basically this sheath is adjustable. And how, you're asking? It's got a little knob here, and you can basically untwist that and kind of slide it upward. Let's say if you want it more tighter, you loosen that, put it more up, and then you tighten it again. And that's how you tighten that. But obviously I have mine more loose because I like pulling my knife out pretty quickly in case of a dangerous situation. But you guys might be asking, what the hell did you do to your sheath? It looks like a, I don't know. But basically what I have going here, guys, I put a little meteorite right here. Yes, that's an actual meteorite. I put it there as a little charm, I guess. And there is here's a fire striker right here, and we're going to be testing that out right now. Here it is, fire striker. And so what I have on my fire striker is a piece of fat wood. So what is fat wood essentially? It's a resin infused pine wood, and it makes for a great fire starter or kindling. So if you take shavings off of this, here, let's see, let's show you guys. We're gonna take some, let's make a little mound here. So if you take shavings off of that, as you guys can see, a couple little shavings there. And this makes a great emergency like fire starter, I guess you could say. And you have some little kindling there. And then what you do is you put your fire striker right next to it. Let's hit the little, as you guys can see there. So obviously I'm not going to be starting a fire out here. As you guys can see, it does its job. And I'm pretty sure if you made some more shavings with some fat wood or something, that will definitely catch on fire. As you guys can see there, it's kind of charred already. Look at that. But there's that. The striker test. And yet again, that comes in its little, basic little sheath here too. Just put that in there. So yeah, just a pretty quick review, guys. Basically, it's just a basic knife. As you guys can see here, just a basic Scandi grind bushcraft style knife. What do I think of it? So my conclusions on this knife are, honestly, I like it. I personally like it, but I feel like if they added a better steel, like if they added a stronger sort of stainless steel or let's say a carbon steel, but 4116 stainless, I feel it is a little on the softer side. So if you guys don't want to have to put up with sharpening it often, I'd say you might want to look into something else. But if you're used to sharpening, you kind of like to keep your blades top notch every time, I'd say this is the knife for you, especially since it's you could get a pretty good edge on there. As you guys can see, I made some pretty good feather sticks here just by me sharpening it. And I'm not a great sharpener, I'll tell you that. But my opinion, I've been carrying it out here. I take it with me every time I'm hiking. Like right now, well, I'm supposed to be hiking, but I'm doing some bushcrafting. But my thoughts on this knife, I personally like it. I'll put a link in the description down below if you guys want to buy it yourselves. It is on the pricier side. I feel like if you wanted a bushcraft style knife, you could go for a Moraniv. I'll put a link in the description down below to that. So what I learned about this knife is that it's not actually made by Victorinox. This one is made by the company Muela in Spain. So this is a Spanish knife. It's not actually a Swiss knife. If you guys are picky about the brands and whatnot, I guess this is not also the knife for you. Basically, it's just branded Victorinox. That's from what I learned. When I got it out of the packaging, it says made in Muela by Spain. But it's no biggie. I think it does its job pretty good. It does batoning. It strikes the ferro rod pretty well. It puts up with a lot of abuse, and that's honestly what you're looking for in a bushcraft style knife or outdoor style knife. So if you're hiking, hunting, whatnot, this will be a really great knife, especially if you're camping, I'd say. Now, as you guys can see, it's got micarta scales. It's got little rivets here to hold them in place. Now, yet again, guys, this knife has been through a lot of abuse. I've taken it with me to the river. I've worn the sheath literally in water. I've worn it in water, and I mean nothing. It's held up to a lot of abuse with everything on there. I've swam with this knife. I've let's see, what else have I done with it? I've carved a bunch of stuff with it. I've batoned yet again. I've crafted with it. I've made lanyards with it. It's a pretty good knife. It's got a good grind on it, a good edge. It's got a good blade shape. I mean, it's a bushcraft style knife, and honestly, I like bushcrafting, so that's what I like about it. All right, guys, it's Future Chris coming at you guys. I actually traveled into the future with the DeLorean. It's actually right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on my ghetto camera stand here. Yes, that's what I've been filming on for the past 2 years. Hey, if it works, I mean, it ain't stupid. So I forgot to tell you guys about the length of the actual blade here, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick. So the length of the knife in the sheath, that's gonna come at around 9 inches. So just to put that out there, if you guys want to wear it on your belt or whatnot, maybe that's something you're picky about like the length or something. And the blade, or the knife itself, is actually, let's see here, if we put the knife down and we measure, that's gonna come out at around 8.5, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more than 8.5, like I'd say like right, if we're measuring from the way bottom of the ruler, is gonna come at around right there where my thumb is. Right there. That's where it is. But yeah, just thought I'd put that out to you guys. But anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please remember to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. But yet again, guys, stay tuned for the winter, because we're going to be doing some more outdoor videos. Right now, the weather is just way too hot, so I figure I'd suspend that for now. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.